InnerSpace.
It was very weird. Kind of at first, like, my equilibrium was off a little bit.
Why, tonight's episode almost knocked Dunne right off his feet.
Welcome to InnerSpace, everyone. We're all about Sanctuary tonight. What a really cool episode we just saw.
Yeah.
Very inventive. We literally got to see things from the point of view of the characters, one of them in particular.
Yes, Will really got to use his head tonight.
Oh, that's not funny.
I am sorry.
But right now, it's all about Sanctuary, as Will was exposed to Bigfoot's reality while the team was away.
Every time you guys come back from an op, all you can do is talk about it.
What? No.
Yes.
Well, it's not really that bad, is it?
Oh, you go on and on about how spectacular the latest takedown was.
In minute detail.
So we chased it down an alley, right? We got this thing cornered.
And it starts to freak out because it's got nowhere else to go, right? And then all of a sudden...
It splits into two, right there in front of us.
I was going to tell them that.
Yeah, no, but you tell them everything.
Okay, so all of a sudden we're...
Well, just one of the many funny moments in tonight's episode that really contrasted some of the darker moments in tonight's episode. It was a good blend of levity and drama.
You needed the levity in this one because there's some really dark other stuff. We'll get to that in a second, but I thought there were some really funny lines, too. Kate with the Geico thing.
Yeah.
I like the Blue Jays reference, and I really like that we get this insight into the world of Bigfoot and the other abnormals. Some great FaceTime, if you will, for Two-Face guy.
Some extra FaceTime.
Yeah, Chuck Campbell, the actor, we should give him a shout-out. But it's true, if you were shut up in the Sanctuary the whole time, and the crew came back all brazen with their stories, it would get a bit like, oh my...
Well, hopefully Will learn, you know, to let everyone else know, hey, maybe we should tone it down a little when he comes back. But we should probably take something away from this episode as well, because whenever one of us gets to go on a cool junket in Los Angeles or New York, we always come back and, you know, oh, it's so much fun, I got to do this, I got to do that.
One of us is worse at that than the other. I won't say who, though. Well, this was definitely a different style of episode for Sanctuary, and Dunne told us just how different things were for him while shooting it.
It was a really interesting episode to shoot, and for many reasons. One, just the prosthetics that I went through in turning into this creature. And also, you know, for the entirety of the episode, I wore this kind of helmet cam with a camera right here, and basically, you know, shot the entire episode with this camera on my head. And I had these glasses on, which was the monitor, so I wasn't really seeing through my own eyes. I was seeing through the camera. It was very weird. Kind of at first, like, my equilibrium was off a little bit, but it was pretty interesting to just kind of be on that side of the camera, you know, and still be in the scene, but be on the other side of the camera. It was bizarre, which you know, it also speaks to the breaking the boundaries of technology that Sanctuary likes to do and sort of try different things.
That is so cool.
Awesome.
I had awesome.
It really is, though.
Yeah, I had no idea that he was actually a cameraman throughout the episode.
I assumed somebody else shot it, and then they added the voiceovers afterwards, but it's really cool that he was wearing it.
Or they were shooting it over his shoulder or something, but yeah, good work there. I got a minor gripe with the episode that I'll just get out there right now. Morse code, again, we saw this recently on Stargate Universe. I think it saved the day a few episodes back on Sanctuary as well.
Yeah, it's almost like it's the standard for nonverbal communication. It totally makes sense that you would see it, and it makes sense that Praxis, a city that advanced, might not be monitoring for such a basic form of communication. I thought it was a twist that was totally logical.
I just want to see, you know, it not coming up as often as it does.
Okay, take note, writers on every sci-fi show ever. I want to talk about something that I loved in this episode, and that was revisiting the Hollow Earth storyline. Do you think we're going to see more abnormals from down there come up here?
I hope so. I mean, I thought that was really cool how they worked it in, that it was, you know, something he picked up while he was traveling through Hollow Earth, and hey, we don't have a cure on the surface. Exactly.
I think it's neat, and I want to go back down to Hollow Earth, and here's a great idea for an episode, I think at least. Show what Magnus's father is going through down there and what Magnus is going through on the surface, and juxtapose between the two of them. Call it like the Magnus sandwich episode.
You should pitch that idea. I don't know.
I think I just did.
There you go. Well, it's always interesting to hear about the struggles that writers go through when they pitch a story idea, and Sanctuary mastermind Damian Kindler is no different, as he told us where the inspiration came from for this episode and how he laid it all on the line for the networks just to get it made.
The writers and I came up within 45 minutes. Someone was actually had to catch a plane, I think. I said, what if, I know we've done Will transforms into a strong monster, but what if he gets a virus? I said, what if we can do something like a bit of a District 9, but from the point of view of Will? And frankly, when we pitched it, I remember because I was in Hawaii on vacation, getting emails saying, wait a minute, we can't do this, you know, Will gets infected thing, and it feels very derivative. And I wrote a very impassioned email back to the US network and said, please, 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 we feel so passionately, the writer loves it, Amanda, Martin, and I love it. Robin is aware of it, maybe. But I sort of threw my heart on the table and said, we really believe in this episode. It's not that we're trying to save money, and it's not that we want to be clever and cutesy. We just thought, it's a cool idea, and we can see how it'll be the good version. And to their credit, they went, okay, well, if you're that passionate about it, then go for it. And they were very complimentary when they saw the finished product. They went, wow, this is very cool. So it was kind of a Hail Mary that turned into a game winner.
So glad that Damian and the rest of the gang stuck to their guns.
Yeah.
I love gutsy TV making. This was certainly that. It could have backfired, but it didn't. That moment when Will realized he couldn't speak anymore, I literally felt my heart rate go up. This was good TV.
It was a fantastic episode, and I didn't see the comparison to District 9, one of my favorite movies.
I didn't think of it either.
You know what? It makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, last week we were talking about pairings on Sanctuary, some shipping, if you will, between the characters. We got some great feedback on this topic. The best from CJ, who said, I was going to say that I am more in favor of Will and Kate hooking up rather than Will and Magnus, but then I realized the parallel, i.e. royal wedding, and well, maybe not.
I can't believe amidst wedding fever, royal wedding fever, that we didn't think of this.
Yeah, Will and Kate.
Will and Kate.
And Will.
All right, well, I also said that Will could be the son of Magnus. Caitlin called me out and told me why it's probably not possible. She said, we know what happened to Will's mom from season 1. We even got to see her in the episode Kush. Besides, Magnus says she waited to have Ashley until she couldn't stand to be alone anymore. If that were the case, why hadn't she taken Will in? Very good point. Thank you for calling me on that.
Yes, and I'm sure you might catch some more things you need to correct us on in our InnerSpace Raw conversation, which you can find at spacecast.com immediately following tonight's InnerSpace. And while at Spacecast, why not leave a comment on our blog?
Or drop us a tweet, twitter.com/Space Channel.
You can post on our Facebook fan page.
Or old-fashioned email, InnerSpace@spacecast.com. And don't forget that tonight's episode of Sanctuary will be available again for your viewing pleasure at spacecast.com starting tomorrow.